You hear it all the time. You need to build strong relationships with the students. It's almost to the point where it's a cliche when you go to an in-service now. Build strong relationships with students, blah, 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 blah. But the question is, how do you get there? And what is a strong relationship with the students? Are you their friend? No. The students have enough friends. They don't need you as a friend. What they need is an adult that they respect. So the first step you take in building relationships with students is put structure in place. Post the rules. Keep them simple. Keep it to 3 or 4 rules and say, these are my rules. And then establish norms with them. You've got to establish norms and lay out your expectations for them and be consistent and fair. Every teacher that I know that has a good relationship with students, those students aren't friends with those teachers. They respect them. There are consequences if the students don't uphold their end of the bargain or don't behave. They know that there'll be consequences. Now, when you dole out those consequences, you can dole them out with love. I'll tell a student if I have to put them on referral, that was inappropriate behavior. Wish you hadn't done it. This doesn't change our relationship. Go up to the front office, process this referral, and when you get back, we'll reset everything and so we can reestablish that relationship. So there need to be consequences. But you do need to be fair and you need to pick your battles. There are times if a student doesn't have a pencil with them or something, don't put them on a referral. Use this as an opportunity to correct behavior, tell them, look, don't let it happen again, give them a pencil, and that's not a battle worth fighting. Even if they're on your very last nerve. You need to pick your battles, be fair with your battles. You certainly can't punish one for something that you're going to give a pass to another student on. So this leads to respect. That's where you want to get to. You want to get to a point where you have their respect and give them, in order to get respect, you need to give it. That's my favorite quote. I tell the students on day one, which is if you want my respect, you're going to have to give it. And that goes both ways. I will earn your respect. So all of those things need to be in place before you can really start developing some relationships with students. Once you get to a point where you have your norms established, show them you can. Talk to them about things like college. If you're talking to high schoolers, if you're talking to middle schoolers, talk to them about high school. What do you want to do with your life? Start developing some meaningful relationships. Now, one thing you want to stay away from, you don't care who they're dating. You don't want to know their boyfriend, girlfriend. You don't want to be involved with the drama. Talk about big picture stuff. There are a number of teachers who think that talking to students about boyfriends and girlfriends and things like that is building a relationship. It's not. They lose respect for you when you do that because now you've gone from the adult in the room to a gossip with them. You've taken a step back. And then the third thing is get involved. Get involved with activities at the school. Coach something. The year that I won my most coveted award with the Senior Teacher Choice Award, voted on by all the seniors out of 200 faculty, they chose me in 2010 to be the teacher that went up on stage with them and turned their tassel. And I wasn't God's gift to teaching. I was a decent teacher, but what got me that award was I coached senior powder puff. So the fact that I cared and was involved enough with them that I was developing relationships with them by coaching them in powder puff, coaching basketball, participating in the dodgeball tournament, putting a dodgeball tournament team in there, all of those things help me build that relationship. Get involved with things they care about. That's how you develop a relationship. Again, you need to be the adult in the room. You're not a gossip. You don't care who they're dating. You're not getting involved with that drama. Now, if they have a real issue, like there's abuse or something going on at home, then you also need to be fair with them and tell them that, look, anything you tell me, I have to report. And they will, if they respect you, they'll open up to you. I've had at least 3 or 4 people talk to me about rape or date rape. I've had people talk to me about abuse. I've had students talk to me about all sorts of different things because they know I'm the teacher they can go to that's not going to judge them or get involved with this stuff. And I simply tell them, look, now that I know this, I need to take you up to the front office and introduce you to a guidance counselor and an assistant principal and handle it that way. So um, that's when you know you have a relationship with students, is when they come to you with real problems, not boyfriend, girlfriend drama. It's the first thing I ask them when I see a kid upset about something. I'll say, is it a real problem or is this high school drama? And they'll typically say it's high school drama. Then I just leave it alone. But sometimes somebody will say, look, such and such is being abused at home, Mr. Cole, you need to talk to him. And that's happened multiple times in my career. And then you need to tell the student, this is above my pay grade. I'm not an expert in this, but I can introduce you to some people that can help. So again, another one. This was kind of odd. Is that I guess at one of the classes, it was a AP Psych class. The students were asked which teacher they felt they would trust the most to have a gun in school to protect them if guns were ever made legal in schools. And the students told me in class I was voted that teacher. I told them I'm not carrying a gun. I don't ever want to. But it also shows the amount of respect that they know I'm the adult in the room and I'm the teacher on campus that they would trust. And I got there by putting structure in place, creating norms, and staying away from gossip and drama and dealing with real issues like an adult. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them below. And those are my thoughts on teacher building relationships with students.